everyone, this is Chinmay from Make Auto Clinic. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about one of the important topic of from Royal Enfield and for Royal Enfield. Of course, we know that this engine is discontinued by the company. Now they have they started after cast iron engine they were having AVL engine. After AVL engine they were having this UC engine, that is first generation. Then second generation came, that is Himalayan. Third generation came, that is Interceptor. So this vehicle is obsolete, I do understand, but still we need to understand how do we and how to repair these classic motorcycle. I am working on big bikes as well, but somewhere you feel that the touch of classic machines is completely different. It teaches you a lot. Because of those machines only I started understanding newer machines. My base, what I can say is like, I started from Royal Enfield, so it's my base. So I don't hate that machine, even if we say that the technology is primitive. It's not like that. Because of that primitive technology only I started understanding the new technology. You cannot jump on directly on a new technology. It's like, it's very simple. You can't go to directly 12th standard, or you can't do the PhD directly unless and until you start from kindergarten or in the first standard, second standard. So all those preliminary primary stages you have to complete. So this is your basically guide. So those steps, once you understand, then of course you can definitely work on big bikes or the newer technology as well. But unless and until you work on these things, you can't do that. So this is one of the topic, one of the important topic. Each and every topic in Royal Enfield is very much important. So this is one of the important topic, that how to fix up the oil pump. That's a very important thing. Older bikes were having plunger type oil pumps. So how to fix up that? What is the what kind of a care you have to do? How to do that? Why you have to do exactly like that way? We are going to discuss about that. So let's just start up the video, and don't want to take your lot of time in introduction.
So let me just set up the table. Of course, I'm using thermocol as well as gunny bag. So that will give me, because we have buffed the casing. So this is the feed pump and this is the return pump. Just to avoid the scratches on the buffed surface, I don't want to use any kind of hard surface. So best is to use soft one. So now for those things, this is the disc oil pump disc. These are two different discs. Diameter is same. These are the tools for each and every pump. These are two different tools for two different discs. This is the oil pump lapping tool. If you don't have, you can make your own, not an issue. Now we'll have to start one by one. What is the meaning of lapping? Actually, it is just like your valve lapping, but here little bit process is little bit different. As you can see, there are some scratches. You have to feel by your hand, of course, and here also there are some scratches. So you have to make both the surfaces, you have to synchronize. You have to make them flat by scrubbing or scratching towards each other, so that will become it will become seal. It will become a seal for the oil, because oil seepage causes a lot of issue over here. So we have to clean the surface of both the material by using friction method, exactly like valve. The only thing is what, in valve lapping we are using lapping paste that is coarse and fine. Here I'm using fine lapping paste, but then again I'm using different material for lapping purpose. It's a polish. Be careful with the case. If you have buffed it, don't make sure you're not denting or scratching the surface of that buffed area. This is the lapping paste. This is a lapping paste, and you have to take diesel or kerosene while scrubbing it on the surface. We have to use fine only, not coarse, because it doesn't require over there. It is not like I mean, it's not a gas related area where you need coarse and then fine. Fine is actually coarse only for that area. So we have to remove the scratches, unwanted things from the disc as well as from the, this is the pump, how it will fit, as well as from the timing cover surface. So here is the area. I'm so sorry about the camera because I'm not holding the camera. Camera is, there's a stand, but unfortunately, sometimes I'm out of focus. This is the area where you have to put the lapping paste. Don't worry about the lapping paste. If you think that those ports will get clogged or something, no, it's not like that. You have to do the lapping job. After that, you just have to, clean everything. Then you have to do water wash and then, air wash. First of all, before going for water wash, you have to wash it by using diesel only or kerosene, so it will come, you can remove the debris. Make sure there is no lapping paste left over on any surface or inside the port. So once you paste on it, then you just have to rotate the disc reciprocating way, exactly like valves. But here you can't, give too much of pressure. Reason is that it has got a half cut. In the valve you can do the reciprocating, motion very easily, but here it's a little bit difficult, and you can't hold the cover in anything because of the aluminum buffing casing, and everything is there. A lot of things are there, so you have to hold. So it will become, slow process. But yes, definitely you have to keep on doing this constantly, unless until you see the no scratches or less scratches or the glaze. There's a tool. This is how you have to do the lapping reciprocating way: clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, and clockwise. Constantly you have to do, of course, every after say few seconds or minutes, you have to keep on checking around both the surfaces, and you have to keep on applying the paste. Here I'm again mentioning that I am not using coarse lapping paste. I'm just using fine lapping paste. If you want, you can try course as well, or you can choose your own method as well. This is my method to complete the job. Now the surface, why do we need to seal the surface, or why do we need to do this lapping job? Because what happens generally in 350, in older engines, not only 350 but in cast iron engine, these pumps are, little bit slow, and if there is any steep seepage or something, or leakage or something of the, or there is no sealing, then definitely you're not going to have ample oil for the crank, as well as for the cams, as well as for the rockers. So you have to keep on checking around. This is completely, these pumps are basically based on friction, not like AVL engine. AVL engine has got a gear pump, and so newer engines, so there you don't need lapping, but here of course you need lapping process. Both the tools are different for both the pumps. You can't make mistake, because both the ports, I mean, both the pump ports are different than each other. Only drawback is that they are almost diameter of the disc is almost same. Don't forget to clean everything after completion of the job, but still, before that you have to do the job properly. Just don't think about cleaning only. First we have to clean the surface, and then we have to remove all the debris. Keep on checking around. If you feel that the surface is not going, because of the lapping paste, surface is gonna be gray, not gonna have glaze or something. So for that we'll be using different material, but first of all, for the main lapping we'll be using lapping paste only. Keep on checking around, apply diesel, check the surface, apply this lapping paste again, and keep on doing it unless you feel the surface is clean and clear to go ahead. We are not in hurry, of course not in hurry. Reason is that these motorcycles require very, these motorcycles are very touchy. You have to have a lot of patience when you're working on those classic motorcycles. It requires patience and of course skill set, but I'm sure skill you are you're not going to develop unless and until you understand the process. As you can see, it's becoming gray right now because of the paste. Center portion is fine, doesn't matter about it, because the main portion is outer periphery, or where are the portholes. So that's the main surface where you need actual proper lapping. So center is not an issue, because there anyways the machining is completely different from company side. If you are buying new cover, then also you may have to do it, because it's not an assembly, so you will be buying oil pump separately, and or timing cover separately, then none of the surface is synchronized to each other, so you have to make it happen. That will ensure no oil leak and proper oil supply to each and every spare part. This is how you have to do it. You have to do little bit slow, and not like valve, because as I mentioned that this has got a half cut, so it's very difficult to do the job, because there is a possibility that the pump may get stuck in that on that edge. So you have to be very careful, and most important, you can't hold in any voice or something. We have cleaned this pump. Same process you have to apply for second pump. It's not difficult job, but the thing is what, there is a logic, and second thing, skill. uh, we have to become perfect. No one is perfect, but we have to become perfect to you know to understand all those things. So unless until you do the job, you can't go ahead with it. So you can become perfect technician when you know the reasons behind it. There's a second this paste, metal polish. I'm going to use it for lapping purpose, and this is I'm using it for to get proper glaze on the disc as well as on the timing curve surface. So as I mentioned, the lapping process is same. The only thing is what, for the grinding purpose or polishing purpose, you have to use little bit different material, not like conventional way. I am using this material. If you want, you can try your own way, your own materials. You can use your own paste for that thing. Not an issue. It depends on how does it work. I am getting good results out of it, so I'm just using fine lapping paste, not coarse. Again and again I'm saying the same thing, and metal polish to do or to get the glossiness or the glaze. Clean everything, clean each and every port. So at least we will remove. Currently we are not washing it, we will be doing this job later on. So right now just use air wash. That's the best thing to remove all the debris. We will be cleaning it thoroughly later on after completion of job. So diesel, then water wash, and then air wash. Wherever you need, you have to apply oil or lubricant just to avoid the rust. Here, clean each and every part or portion of that area, so you can do the next polish. Remember, the plunger pump is almost exactly like an engine only. It's a small engine. Older technology, as I mentioned, these pumps were slow, so we were you get slow oil on the top or wherever you need the lubrication. But yes, definitely it works. This is the paste I'm pasting on the surface of the disc. And one more thing, it's not only once. So after pasting, you have to do lapping. Again, you have to check. Again, you have to clean. Again, you have to paste. Again, you have to do the lapping. So this is the sequential process what you have to apply. That will ensure that you're working properly. And just for checking purpose, you need to understand the surface. So of course, you'll have to clean it in between. This is the second. This is the tool. This is the first tool only I'm working on. First pump only. Reciprocating way, here also you have to do the job reciprocating way. If you do it one side, then the surface will not get synchronized with each other. So you have to do it, say, reciprocating way. I'm so sorry for the uh, camera view. I was not aware that the camera was out of focus, and anyways, the tripod is not uh, exactly coming on the top of material, or I can't even hold the material exactly in the center. can't see the aperture because I'm doing this job alone, handling all those things. Single way is not possible sometimes, so uh, little bit out of focus, but anyways, this is the process. I hope you are getting the point. So once you, the way I'm cleaning, once you check the area, again you have to check each and every area whether it is whether you're doing that job perfectly or not. If no, then again you have to paste. There is nothing wrong perfectly, in the sense you have to do the lapping job until you find the or feel the surface is becoming smooth. Smoothness is very much important, that ensures the no leakage. Now assembly procedure, I'm going to show it later on in my next video, but this is the first step before assembling the timing cover. Assembly procedure is very simple, but there is a logic. Why do we need to do this lapping? That we have to understand. This is the first pump what I am almost about to complete. This is the plunger. This plunger is a smaller plunger, so you can't make any mistake. These are two plungers, one is smaller, one is bigger. There is a sequence. Plunger is actually piston only, and so the connecting itself. So you can't make any mistake. Once you are done, then you have to work on second pump as well. Of course, you have to keep on cleaning around. Don't forget to wash under high pressure, water and air as well, so it will remove all the debris, because abrasive, it's an abrasive paste which may damage other spare parts. The second pump will work on second pump. A very simple technology, but very beautiful technology, and very what do you say, when you complete the job, it gives you great satisfaction. As I mentioned, even though it's an old technology, but when they invented such thing, that time we got to know, okay, there we need oil pump. So oil pump, having an oil pump in the motorcycle was the main invention, what we can say, right? So because of those inventions only, now newer engines are having high pressure oil pumps. But yes, this is what you have to gain from these older technologies. So these are kind of guide for you when you want to work on bigger bikes. So unless until you complete the job, this such old jobs you can't move ahead, and you should not. This gives you a lot of experience, a lot of great experience, a lot of beautiful stuff to work on. Reciprocating way, you have to complete the job. There's a second pump I'm working on. It takes time, so you have to have a lot of patience. So even if somebody is in a hurry to get the motorcycle, then you can't help it, because unless until you complete those steps, you can't hand over the bike. See, you have to make it at least proper to run the bike. I'm sure that you can't remove all the bugs. When you rebuild the engine, some or the other problem you may face, but we can reduce the percentage of problems by doing these small settings and jobs. So at least when you will start the engine, you will be having less problem. It's not like that when you rebuild or construct the full engine also, even if it is new, that you are not going to have problem. It is 100% sure. See, when the company also manufactures the product, they are also knowing about it, that when they manufacture, they do the test run, but it's just for short period and short sprint. So they also know ki, I mean, you're going to have some problem on the road. That's the reason that they give a warranty. They cannot check thoroughly everything, but they try to check everything before delivering the vehicle. So this is how you have to complete the job. I'm sure that I will be having some or the other problem, but not major. And without problem, you can't go ahead. Once you have a problem, then you clear the problem and then you make it happen properly. So these are the reasons that you have to, concentrate on the job, while working on or rebuilding the engine. Small engines, rebuilding a small engine is not a big deal, but over there also you have to keep your eyes open. You have to take a lot of care while assembling, because small things are there. If you miss anything, then definitely you're going to have a lot of problem while riding the bike or while starting the engine. As I mentioned, nobody's perfect, so you have to become perfect by trying. But if you don't try, then you can't become perfect person. So here I'm just lapping, and right now I'm just cleaning because I have done first. I mean, one of the step or some type, some lapping, which I'll be checking around constantly. I'm checking and I'm going ahead with the same process. And unless you feel proper smooth surface, whatever the serrations or indentations or line mark you feel, you have to clear out. Air wash. If you feel it's proper, then you can go for. You can use different polish or the paste for next step. It takes time. You may say that you have wasted whole one day just to do this job, but that's okay. Fruit is gonna be sweet once you complete the job. Keep on checking around. Do not ignore anything, because once you complete the job, I mean, once you over this process, then you are going ahead for next step, that is assembly. So once you assemble everything on the engine, and if something happens, then again there is a headache. So it's better to check everything now only. Here I'm applying metal polish. As I mentioned, I am not going to, or I haven't used coarse lapping paste. I have just used fine lapping paste, and now I'm using metal polish to make it more proper. You can try something else if you feel, if you have something different in your mind, then definitely you can try if you want. Here also you have to use reciprocating process only or motion, so it will give a lot of good glaze. It you cannot hold the cover constantly by one hand, and since second hand is lapping the surface, it's very difficult task, but can't help it, you have to go ahead. If you have good carpentry type of voice, then nothing like it. It's very I mean, unlike to have such stuff at shop, of what we have is metal based voice. So I'm just avoiding that, because dents may cause a lot of problem to the cover, so it's better not to use. Any motorcycle, cast iron engine, Royal Enfield cast iron engine, even if it is 350 or 500 or 535, process is 100% same, but not in AVL engine, not in UC engine at all. Otherwise, you will do paste, lapping in those engines. So that process, or there you don't need process, because those pumps are completely different. Lot of things to learn from small cover. You can see all the oil holes, how they have drilled, how the track is there, oil track is there. Very beautiful piece of engineering, what I should say. So keep on checking around. As you can see, glaze is coming slowly. Pump is taking place. I mean, the surface is becoming perfect. Even though you can say that I have made this video in half an hour, it's not like that. Sometimes I keep away myself from the camera, so it takes time, because hunting spares, hunting tools for making it happen properly. So it's not like that, it takes time. There is no background noise because this is narration. I'm trying my level best to show you all the details in this video. I hope you're getting everything. I'm sorry for out of focus camera. Can't help it. I realized that later on. But anyways, now I have done the job and I have showed you most of the things. So I hope you guys will do this lapping process without fail before reassembly of the engine. Or if there is any oil flow issue, then you can check it. Starting, you know, the glaze is coming now. You can see, but still I want some more glaze, so I'm just going to do this job again and again unless I feel it is perfect. So I hope you guys are understanding that why I'm giving so much of time behind each and every spare crafting. Here we can say that handcrafted, that's why, because you have to feel each and every spare part. Just can't ignore the machining or the technology. Very beautiful process. If you don't have tool, then it's very easy to manufacture one tool. If you are not getting, then I can help you out to send you, not an issue. One more thing, guys, if you like my channel, then you can, and if you want to support my channel, then you can donate by using link in the description. I have already mentioned the link. You can support the channel by donating. Thank you. So this is how what you see. The glaze is coming on the top slowly, but yes, it's coming. It will not come immediately. You have to keep on scrubbing around. You have to keep on, lapping around. For both the pumps, you have to apply same process, and you have to keep on checking around for both the pumps. It doesn't do self priming, but it push the oil which comes from the tank on gravity basis. That's the reason that you have to maintain the oil level. Center portion is not a problem. The only thing is our outer periphery or port area. There are 4 ports to keep on doing this process again and again. Some people may say that it's boring, but can't help it. You have to go through all the process, and for me, it's not boring because I have to complete the job properly. See, it's very simple. If you don't do this process, of course, your quality will go down. Your quality, if quality is low, then you're not going to gain anything. Money is not everything, but here importance is, important thing is your satisfaction and client's satisfaction. I do understand people always wait, they have curiosity to ride the bike, but unless you complete the job and unless you get your own satisfaction from your own work, you can't deliver or you can't assemble or you can't go ahead for next step of, assembly. So you have to go through your own satisfaction first. Your client will pay you 101%, but if you don't do this job, then if it fails, then all disaster. So best is to understand the process, do the job properly, and ride the bike, deliver the bike happily. So you will be having one happy machine on the road. Mm, Keep on checking around. As you can see, a lot of glaze is coming. Nice one. So fine paste I have used, not coarse, and then metal polish I have used for the polishing purpose. Little different than valve lapping. Air wash, I constantly, keep it in my mind that you have to clean also. It's not that only you have to do the lapping, because to see and to feel, you have to remove all the debris. And number two, make sure it's not clogging also. So don't use coarse as a coarse. Don't use only fine. And after using fine lapping paste, then you have to use metal polish. This is my process. One interested in different, then he or they can or she can try different way. I hope you guys are seeing the outcome. This is how I have completed my job. I hope you guys have gained a lot from this video, oil pump lapping process. These are the pumps ready to go ahead. These are the tools, lapping paste, metal polish, all clean and clear. Now I'm going to do the washing, and then I will post up new video how to assemble the oil pump and the timing cover.
In introduction. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this information, and I'm sure many people have posted such kind of a video. I'm very much sure, and in fact thanks to them also, because we are trying to reach you and to show you such repairs, so you can also do a lot of you can increase your skill set, you can increase your perfection. Imperfection can cause a lot of damages, but perfection, definitely. I'm not saying that everybody is perfect, but we can try our level best. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll come up with next other videos as well, so you can enjoy other things also. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.